So let me just say, I love your single, and hearing it today was extra special.
Thank you.
It's an extra special. So tell me about your dad. Can I start off by having you talk a little bit about your dad?
Yeah. Well, my dad met my mom in the Army, and they actually, I think they met in Germany, and he did Airborne Ranger training,
Right.
and I think he did it for about 5 weeks, and he had a lot of friends and stuff that he knew, and stuff that were in like serving, and when they were around campfires, he said that they kind of told him different stories, and he kind of took all those different stories and his own stories and wrote a lot of poems. He's very poetic, like he can rhyme
Right.
and all the time.
Right.
He's very natural at it. And
You know what popped in my head? Elvis Presley. When he was in the service, he did a lot of his writing and singing.
Did it? Yeah,
while in
that's
uniform
right.
outside the barracks.
Yeah, I don't know what it just taps into a guy and something comes out, and he hid these poems away, and my mom found them, and we actually framed them and gave them to him as a gift. And since then, and since I've seen those poems, I've always been like, oh my gosh, that they need to that needs to be a song, that story needs to be told. And so we took some of his best poems that he had, and we turned them into Airborne Ranger
That's
Infantry.
great. It's such a beautiful song.
Thank you.
And what a tribute too. But you know that, but it comes from such a personal place, and so it has to have an extra special feeling to you, I would think.
It does. No, it's like I never get tired of that song, because every time I sing it, I just think of my dad and like the words and the stuff that he went through. And my dad and I are actually, my family's really close, but my dad and I are very much alike.
Yeah.
And so he's like my hero, and it's just really sad to think of what he went through and his friends and stuff. So
Yeah. Well, you've managed to pay tribute to him in a special way, and knowing my listeners like I do, I can just say it will find a special spot amongst many people. So whenever I hear a song and I just think, I know where that one's going to go. It's like putting a puzzle together. I know how that one's going to fit in.
yeah.
I know how they're going to react to that, and it's a wonderful song. I'm so thrilled, and I think it's so cool that you and Aldine are not only buddies, but you're co-workers. How did he get on board producing your album?
It's kind of it's really weird. I really don't even know how he wanted to do that. It was like, how did that even come about?
Right.
I knew him previously. I met him in Texas when I opened up for him, and that was right when he came out with like Hicktown.
Right.
And on Idol they ask you, who's your favorite singer, and I was like, Jason is. And I met him when I was on Broken Bow Records again, and he came up to me and he was so sweet. He was like, thank you for when you were on Idol, we got a little publicity out of it in the magazines. And so he thanked me, and I was like, you don't have to thank me. I'm like, I'm just being honest. You're my favorite. Like, you're awesome. I love you, Jason. And so he came up to me, and so he knew that I was on the label. And I guess he knows that my music is very similar to his. It's fun, up-tempo rockin', but we also have really heartfelt ballads. And I guess Benny, the president of the label, I'm assuming he talked with him, and Jason heard the stuff and wanted to jump on board. And Jason actually sang on one of the songs that we have, and that was like amazing. I got to work with him in studio with that, and he's so amazing in studio. He knows what he's doing.
Is he good? I mean, was he good with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he volunteer a lot, or is he one of those quiet sort of leaders, producers in the studio?
Oh, he had the talk button, the
Right.
talk back button. So I'm in studio singing, and we're trying to figure out what I need to do in this one spot, and he's got the talk back button. So he's like, hey, Kristy, can you try this right there? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous now. I can't feel that. You're just talking to me, So it was really fun.
Do it again.
Do it
again.
Yeah.
You were my favorite, Aldine.
Yeah.
Slave driver, Aldine.
Purposely messing up just so I could hear him tell me what to do.
Yeah.
I tried.
Just extend it out a little longer. 2 more days.
Yeah.
Forget about cost. Are you happy with the end result?
I am so happy.
what's the rest of your year looking like? The album will be out, what, a month, 6 weeks?
The single will be releasing mid-October.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure when the album is coming out, but I do know that the video and the single will be released mid-October.
Excellent. And so for the rest of the year, what are you going to do?
Radio tour.
Yeah.
I'm radio touring it up. Yep, I'm going everywhere.
Right on. And for the holidays, where will you be?
Ooh, holidays, I'm not quite sure yet. I really want to go on a cruise.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. So I think I'm going to go on a cruise, though.
Right on.
Yeah.
Are you going to take your family, or are you?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I literally am just like, I just have, Christmas time, and there's not really much barrel racing going on, so I can't really do any barrel racing.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm going to go do something, though, if I have some time off.
Yeah. By then you will have worked so hard, you will have, not that you haven't worked hard up to this point, because I'm sure it has been, but by the end of it all,
Yeah.
you'll need a cruise or two.
Yeah, I might even be comfortable sitting as a vacation on the couch.
There you go. In your jams.
Yeah, my jam.
That's right. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me
I'm
here.
so happy for you. Excited.
Thank you.
Excited.
Thank you.
My sister-in-law is a barrel racer.
Is she really?
Yeah.